The Huron Tigers are brought to you by Ryan King Restaurant at the Crossroads in down the South Dakota Attorney General Office, American Bank and Trust, Huron Regional Medical Center, right there, right here. Huron Eye Clinic, eye exams and full service optical. Elwine Brothers, add 1919 root beer to your next party. Gary Zell Auto Glass, glass and windshield repair and replacement. The Tigers are also brought to you by Seven Sons Heating and Air in Huron, The Scoreboard, Bird Street, downtown Huron, Farmers Union Insurance of Huron, Blaine Anderson, Dakota Land Tees, TV Sports, of course, downtown Huron, Godfather's Pizza, chicken and pizza buffet, 7 days a week, Adams Quick Lube, Dakota Avenue North, and Slumberland Furniture of Huron. The Tigers are also brought to you by Wilbur Ellis, Ideas to Grow With, Signature Plus, get your Tiger gear, Brian Davidson State Farm Insurance, Car Chiropractic Clinic in Huron, Go Clean Plus, cleaning and janitorial supplies, Dairy Queen in Huron, what's your favorite blizzard? Dakota Provisions and Wishbone Market, locally grown and processed, and the Norby Center for Recreation.
He's two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year, and the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And welcome and good evening. We are back with the Huron Tigers. First time since, I believe, March 19th or 20th. It's Huron Tiger on the air here on 1340 KIJV, Tiger 95. Season opener for Huron Tiger Volleyball, hosting the T-Area Titans. I'm Jeff Duffy. Back here, this will soon be my 25th year. Once we start basketball, it'll be my 25th year of covering the Huron Tigers. And we open up with the newest member of the ESD. T-Area officially joined the ESD last year, so year two for T-Area. Their volleyball program has struggled some the last couple of years, just a couple of wins between the 2 years. They do have a new coach at the helm this year. She is a former Titan in Kari Hansen. Graduate of 2018 from T-Area, had been a middle school coach for several years, left school last year to get her master's, now back in the T system, and she takes over as head coach of the Titans. T-Area, just don't remember a lot. There was one name in particular I did remember, Anaya Connors. We're going to be hearing her name a lot, a senior outside. She was their go-to girl last year. They did graduate both their setter and their liberos, so they got some starting over. For the Huron Tigers is a mix of old and new. Do have a good core of varsity experience back from last year, and then they're joined by some newcomers. There's not a lot of in between. They're either varsity veterans or didn't really get much varsity time last year. Different offense. Haven't seen this much on Huron Tiger volleyball in the last 15 years. Going to start off the season with a 6-2. That means two setters rotating on the floor every 3 rotations, and that just opens up some options at the net. And when you have two good setters, you want to get them both on the floor. We'll talk to Coach Josh Lean about that coming up. We'll talk to Coach Hansen as well as we begin our pregame report here on this Tuesday night, a warm night, of course, in the arena as we start a brand new year of Huron Tiger sports. We'll talk to Coach Hansen with T-Area next, after this timeout on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Farmers Union Insurance, auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personal lines of apparel such as t-shirts, pants, sweatshirts, fleeces, jackets, TV Sports, of course. About signs, logos, and vinyl printers, etc. TV Sports, downtown Huron. With over 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for raising furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron. You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Getting set for our season opener here on Tiger Volleyball as they host the T-Area Titans. Both teams' first match of the year, opening night for volleyball, really. New head coach at T this year, that is Carrie Hansen. And Carrie, just give you a little of your background. You're a T native.
I am a T native. I graduated from T in 2018. I started coaching my senior year of high school. And I've coached at T for a few years at the middle school level, so I'm excited to start with high school.
So while you're new, familiar with this bunch?
Absolutely, yes. So the seniors this year are the first group of middle schoolers that I coached, and the freshmen are the last group that I worked with at the middle school level. So it's fun to be able to work with them again.
Well, I know going into this, you just kind of see what you have at practice. What do you see out of this team right now?
Our team has a lot of heart. I think that we step onto the court with heart every single time. We are vocal, supportive, we hold each other accountable, strong work ethic, and yeah, we've just really kind of set a tone. We want to make a new name for our program. So. And
what kind of strengths does this team have? When things are going well, what should be happening?
I would say our strengths are communication. We're a loud bunch, which I love. I always say the best volleyball teams are the loudest. So that's a strength, and I think that we have just really good teamwork, body language. We're positive, and I think that that's one of our best strengths too. Hoping that it stays that way too with this first game.
And this is how I say the first match, and you don't know what your T-Area Titans are going to do, more or less what the Huron Tigers do. And you've just seen a little bit what they've done in the past, and Huron's had a strong program for many years.
Correct, yes. We've decided to come into this game with respect for our opponents, and we just want to have a good competitive volleyball game where both teams get better in the long run.
Carrie Hansen, head coach of T-Area. This is Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Your anniversaries
Go Josh in 3, 2, and 1.
25097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron. 1836 was the first year that the state of South Dakota split up high school basketball into two classes. Huron Tigers won the first ever Class A tournament, and they won it the hard way. They won their 3 games by a total of 4 points, including the championship game 22-20 over Sioux Falls. The 36 boys basketball team was coached by George DeCroix. Are your cats performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a cat's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. The Tiger Coach interview is brought to you by The Scoreboard, downtown Huron. Enjoy fantastic burgers and basket meals, plus their many big screen TVs. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Before we get set for our opening volleyball match of the season, Huron Tigers hosting the T-Area Titans. Huron Tiger Coach Lean is brought to you by The Scoreboard on 3rd Street, downtown Huron. And, Coach, been a long spring, a long summer, long couple of weeks here in preseason. We're ready to play.
We are ready to play. I'll tell you, the girls, we did a serve and pass after school with the varsity kiddos, and they just, you could tell they were, you got to be careful as a coach because they were game ready at 4 o'clock. And so with the 6:30 start, we had to take a deep breath and be ready to go. But we've worked a lot this summer to be ready for right now.
Now, we're going to see something different here to start the season. A 6-2. For those who don't know, that means rotating 2 setters into the match. That means you're always going to have 3 hitters and 3 blockers in the front row. And you just feel we got 2 great setters. Let's get them both on the floor.
Yeah, we got 2 kids that spent a lot of time this summer working on their hands. And so Jency's our returning starter. We're going to throw in Reagan opposite her, who's obviously a sophomore setter. kind of coming into her own. And so we're going to use both of them. The one other thing that really makes that decision easier is we have a little bit of what I'll call height this year. So both middles are right at 6 foot. And then, of course, with our young opposite in Arian Fitzer, she's been a nice complement to the upper class hitters. And so we really have the right kids right now, the right athletes to do that 6'2". I think you and I were talking about the last time Huron ran a 6'2". The last time I ran a 6'2" was somewhere in the vicinity of 2009, 2010 when I coached out west. And so, but the girls have been working on it since about March. Throughout the summer, we've left that lineup, as much as we could intact. And so I think they're really ready to put it on display tonight.
And there's so other things there too that you can fall back on turning all-state, or you just got to figure
half the court and serve receive. We're really gonna put her in positions where the other team's best hitter is going to try to terminate the ball, and that ends well with us more than it doesn't. So the reality is Hilton's years and years, games and games of experience, and so she's really gonna just do what Hilton does. And I'm been a little bit spoiled as a coach because she just does it right, and so that's all good. The thing that we're going to do better at, or we've really worked to do better at, is that presence at the net. Chloe Carr's looking really good right now from a blocking perspective, which in turn, and Chloe's not the only one, she's the one I'll mention now, but in turn, that's actually going to make Hilton even more dangerous because it's technically less floor she's got to cover behind that block. So Chloe's really committed to taking some floor away, and so tonight will be the first real varsity game tempo opportunity for us to see if that's going to work out in our favor.
And I say this first match of the year, no matter what, you don't know what your Huron Tigers are going to do, more or less what T-Area is going to do. You do know they come in with a new coach again. They got a couple of outsides back, but other than that, some unknowns here.
Yeah, really, Anaya Connors is going to get her swings on the outside pin. They fed her the ball a lot last year. Of course, they got a new starting center. They got a new starting libero. And so when you're new, you tend to go with what feels right. And I think Anaya's going to get a lot of balls, and that, we're ready for that. I think I know that we've prepared for that opportunity. And the reality is we've spent the last couple of weeks really talking to our girls about three things. And you're going to hear me say this probably after the match. If we want to win, we've got to do three things better than our opponent. We have to serve. We have to ace them more than they ace us. We've spent a lot of time serving in the last month and a half. And then the second thing is our middle blockers have to get more swings than their middle blockers, okay? So Chloe Carr, Jaylee Olson got to be involved in our offense, and that's challenging to our setters. They got to be delivering the ball to good positions for our middles to swing. And then lastly, our block has to have a presence. We can't always predict whether we're going to get a stuffed block, but we've got to keep the ball on the opponent's side of the net. We've got to put it back. And that means for our hitters, we can't let them do the same. So we've got to really use that block to score off of. So if we do those three things well, and you might hear me say that more often this season, we're going to put ourselves in a chance to win every game night.
Josh Lean, head coach of the Tigers, and Kent Tiger Coach, brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. This is Dakota Sports on Tiger.
The scoreboard located at 56 Bridge Street Southeast in Huron. Featuring a full menu at the website at scoreboardhuron.com. Whether it's college football or the NFL, you can watch all the exciting action on one of our many programs at the Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Now, go for them Tigers. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986. We're back away play-by-play. This is the Huron Tigers.
Reagan Bischoff, number 2, sophomore setter. Spencer Gergen, number 4, senior setter. Billy Carr, number 6, senior middle blocker. Timon Hughes, number 7, junior outside hitter. Hilton Hines, number 9, senior libero. Hyatt Cutter, number 11, junior opposite. Tyler Pesky, number 12, senior opposite. Ava Wambach, number 13, junior defensive specialist. Claire Davis, number 16, outside hitter, sophomore. Addie Knight, number 17, junior outside. Allie Davis, number 18, senior outside. Glennon Caldwell, number 19, sophomore, defensive specialist. Erin Fisher, 20, freshman opposite. Julie Wilson, number 21, middle blocker, junior. These two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year. And the voice of the Huron Tigers, Blake Duffy.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. It's just past 7 o'clock on KIJV, AM/FM Huron, getting set for our Huron Tiger opener for 2025-26 Huron NT area and high school volleyball. Now the schedules say the varsity matches on Tuesdays and Thursdays will start at 6:30. Well, that's the hope. I don't think it's going to happen often. Tonight was a scheduled 6:30 start. They're just giving themselves leeway. If the JV and sophomore matches do go quick, you can start earlier, not have to wait till 7 o'clock. But most often, we're going to be right around this time, I would feel, starting the varsity. But again, you never know, and especially when we're on the road, I really like that if we could start a little earlier. Do have some scores to pass along. Our scoreboard update brought to you by Seven Suns Heating and Air. Phone 605-352-5316. In the lower levels, Huron swept both JV and sophomore. JV Huron wins over T area 25-18, 25-18. And in the sophomore match, Huron won 26-24, 25-19. Also have girls tennis score from today. Huron hosted Vermilion in a duel. Vermilion defeated Huron 7-2. Wins for Huron, fourth flight singles, Taylor Sorbin. Second flight doubles, Sorbin and Ellie Puterbaugh. And that is tennis results from today. And that is your scoreboard update brought to you by Seven Suns Heating and Air in Huron. I have a couple other notes we do want to pass along to. Our player of the game sponsor this year is Signature Plus. Screen printing, embroidery, casual business, and Tiger Sports apparel. Located on Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. The player of the game will receive a specially designed shirt. Each time they win, they'll go down to Signature Plus and pick that up. The initial design had my name on it, and they said, no, we don't need to have my name on it. But it's still a pretty cool-looking T-shirt. And again, every time we name a Tiger player of the game, and that's every contest we do, they get a free T-shirt from a Signature Plus. Like to welcome them on board for our Tiger broadcast this season. So just waiting down here. We just got less than a minute to go before they buzz the teams in. Then I just want to see exactly how we're going to go through the pre-games here, and then we'll get ready to play some volleyball tonight. We have football on Friday. Remember, an earlier kickoff time. They're trying something different there as well with the State Fair in town and Huron at home. It's just the third time in the last, I believe, 15-plus years that Huron football has actually played a home game during the fair. But Yankton coming in, they're going to start early, a 5 o'clock kickoff at Tiger Stadium with the idea people will still have a chance then to get to Larry the Cable Guy starting at 8 o'clock at the fairgrounds. So just a reminder, we'll be on the air 4:30 pregame, then 5 o'clock with the kickoff. And that will be a Friday night here on Tiger 95, Yankton at Huron in high school football. So see what we're doing here. Can tell you the officials for the game are backed once again this year by South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Annika Russell Manhe and Scott Mack are the officials. They are the law on the court. They're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Line judges are Molly Cohns and Lizzie Remmel. Those are the officials, again backed by the South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Affairs Division. Still kind of getting used to all the new scoreboards and all that as well. Huron girls are sporting new unis here tonight. We'll talk about that. Anthem coming up, so we'll take a timeout of 2 minutes. Return here to the arena. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
19 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers!
Northern Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Northern Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle gym classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We change thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, with hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Lion Finger Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Lion Finger can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2, and closed on Sunday. Lion Finger Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. Here's the starting lineups. First off, the T-Area Titans. Head coach Kari Hansen in her first year. Ellie Clayberg is a 5'6" senior right side. Addison Breck, a 5'7" junior middle. Anaya Connors, a 5'9" senior outside. Remington Bouchard is a 5'11" junior. Avery Franzine, a 5'7" junior setter. Brooklyn Berg, a 5'6" junior defensive specialist. Abby Boom, a 5'6" junior defensive specialist. Ava Opland, a 5'4" senior right side. Chloe Christensen, 5'10" sophomore outside. Huron Tigers head coach is Josh Lane. Reagan Bischoff, 5'3" sophomore setter. Jency Gergen, a 5'8" senior setter. Chloe Carr, 6' senior middle. Hilton Hines, 5'8" senior libero. Kyla Pesky, a 5'7" senior right side. Addie Knight, a 5'8" junior outside. Allie Davis, a 5'7" senior outside. Arian Fitzer is a 5'9" freshman right side. Jaylee Olson, a 6' junior middle. So those are the lineups here tonight. Always an adventure the first game. Neither coach really knows what they're going to get out of their own team, more or less the other team. So a lot of testing out here and that sort of thing between the two teams. Have another Seven Suns Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. A narrow loss for the Huron Tiger girls. Oh, so close. Garrettson edged Huron 2-1 this afternoon at Tiger Stadium. Goal by Allison Trujillo Cordova, assisted by A.K. Lupa. Goalkeeper Moose had 11 saves in the first half. Bala A had 7 saves in the second half. But again, 2-1, Garrettson edges Huron in girls soccer. So here we go, and Huron wearing new unis this year. It looks like, I'd call it silver. Silver tops with black numbers and letters, black sleeves, a little bit of orange on there. Hilton Hines wearing her orange top as libero. And T area wearing their navy blue tops with, they have a gold or a gray or silver sleeves as well, a little bit of yellow trim. Does not appear, I'm looking at the bench, does not appear that T area is going to use a libero. You don't see that very often. So here we go. Start off a brand new season of volleyball. Now what are we doing? The down officials, telling the ball girls at the end of each court, hold the ball, don't put it beside the chair. Serve receive, Allie Davis. Here's the set. Addie Knight slaps in the middle, through the block, and quickly you're on up 1-0 as Addie Knight able to get the kill. Set her right to her, and she went to it. 1-0 Huron. Now Jency Gergen will serve. She'll set 3 rotations, and then Reagan Bischoff comes in for 3 rotations. Gergen, knuckleball serve. It's an ace, dropped right in front of Breck in the back row. There was no spin on that whatsoever. Jency Gergen gives Huron a 2-0 lead, just underway. Gergen again with the serve. Back row, Breck goes down to get it. Set up the middle, the hit goes long. Bouchard tried to set things up, but went too long, and Huron up quickly, 3-0 here in set 1. Gergen looks to keep momentum going as she prepares to serve for Huron. Floater to the corner, a little trouble with that by Boom, and just never got it going in the right direction. It kind of went sideways. Nobody else could catch up to it. Ace number 2 for Jency Gergen, and Huron up 4-0 here quickly. Gergen again with the serve. Floater, this one's a short one right in front of Boom, off the net, can't get to it. 5-0, 3 aces by Jency Gergen. Coach Lean said they've been working on serving aggressively, and well, it's showing here in their first rotation of the season. Gergen will put it back row, serve, receive, Breck. Set it off to the left, into the back row, dug out by Hines. Back set, right side hit, goes cross court and dumped in there by Kyla Pesky. Pesky getting her first significant varsity time. She went the right side, just dumped it over to the left, 6-0 Huron. Gergen will put it back row, again serve, receive, Boom. Set to the left, a little left-handed tip, and the serve, or the set was just off target. As Opland tried to make something out of it, nothing, could do nothing with it. 7-0 Huron in set 1. Gergen, a nice run here serving to open the match for Huron. Goes back row, serve, receive, Breck. Bumped ahead, and last second, the T does get it across. Set, quick set across by Huron, and the hit goes long by T area. Huron goes up 8-0. Quick set there. Kind of fooled T area. Gergen, they did get a return, but just hit it way too long. 8-0 now Huron. Gergen delivers it back row. Boom goes down to get it. Here's the free ball across, way out. 9-0 Huron, and T wants a timeout. 9-0 start for the Huron Tigers in set 1. We'll take a timeout. 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Larger basements and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-252-5776. Get a free estimate. There's a pros of Full Clean Plus, help you get a great looking, durable surfaces in epoxy flooring. The welding operator, visit them at 201 Market Street East. You should have the website at fullcleanplus.net. Full Clean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJB.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. I'm Jeff Duffy, and a strong start for the Huron Tigers tonight. Opener for volleyball across South Dakota, so everybody's getting their first work here. 8-0 Huron has jumped, or 9-0, excuse me. Huron's jumped out to the big lead here early on, and Coach Hansen forced to take an early timeout. Jency Gergen prepares to serve off the timeout. Serve it to the corner. Serve, receive, T area. Set it up ahead, and they can't get into system at all. Third hit Bouchard tried to get something on it, but just the pass was off target. Passing error basically, 10-0 in favor of Huron. Gergen with the serve, pops a short one this time, down to get it, boom. Here's the set, they hit up the middle, dug out by Davis, rolls it across the net. Here's the hit, T area, dug out by Davis. Set across, here comes Knight left side, she'll go wide right. Hitting air Huron and T area on the board, it's 10-1. On to serve for T area is Chloe Christensen. And Anaya Connors will come in on the left side for T area. Serve back row, played by Knight, set, backline attack Davis down the middle, and a touch on T, and a kill for Allie Davis. Allie, I would put my money on her being the strongest girl on the floor. And they will set her from the back row. Served by Huron. Pesky drops it in. Or excuse me, that is Addie Knight drops it in for the ace. 12-1. So Addie Knight now serving for the Huron Tigers. Again, sends it back row. Serve receive back there by Breck. Back set, right side hit T area, handled by Hines. Back set, right side to Pesky, up the middle, dug out, T area, can't catch up to it. And Kyla Pesky a pair of kills here in the first set, and Huron up 13-1. Addie Knight prepares to serve as Huron has come out strong. Knight, back row, and shanked in the back row by T area. Christensen could not get the handle. It's 14-1 Huron. Give the ace to Addie Knight, her second here of set one. 14-1, Huron up comfortably here to start this first set. Short serve this time, going down to get it was Connors. Connors will hit off the right side, through the block, and Huron can't clean it up off the net. Huron got a block on it, then Jaylee Olson tried to turn her body to get a block on it, could not. Give the kill to Connors, it's 14-2 Huron. Thierry on the serve, Knight down to get it, but nobody there on the second hit. The serve receive was fairly clean, but just nobody was there at that spot of the net. 14-3 Huron. Back row, Hilton Hines. Set across, left side hit, and Davis goes long. Had the right idea, but again, you gotta, while you have that powerful swing, you still gotta have it under control. T area back within 10, 14-4. They're on a 3-0 run. Serve to the corner, it is out. First service error of the evening for either team. Bouchard went wide left. And Huron gets a point back, it's 15-4, Huron Tigers. Hilton Hines now to serve for Huron. Got a sub in for T areas, Brooklyn Berg in to play some back row, serve receive. Serve back row, Berg can't get it, died right in front of her. Another ace, this one for Hilton Hines. Huron with 6 aces here in the first set. 16-4 Huron Tigers. Again, serve to the back row, that time played by T area. Set up the middle, and again, a hit goes long. Breck, they had it set up the middle, and Breck just way too much on the swing. 17-4 Huron. Hilton Hines again prepares for the serve. Put it back row, serve receive, shanked to the corner, but kept alive, will be free balled by Breck. Set by Gergen, here's the hit, Davis slams it down. Allie Davis put more than a little fire on that one, 18-4. Huron extending the lead back up with Hilton Hines again on the serve. Back row, serve receive, T area. Set, and Connor's just going to have to free ball it. Oh, not a good return by Huron, and they can't get it going in the right direction. Passing error on Huron gives the point back to T area. It's 18-5 Huron Tigers. Ava Opland will serve now for the T area Titans. Floater back row to Hines. Gergen to set. To the right. Here's the hit. And was it touched? It was not. I thought maybe there was somebody got a hand out on the block, but instead hitting air on Pesky. 18-6 Huron. Opland again to serve for the T area Titans. They do prefer you say area. Short serve and coming down to get it. Huron off the net. Third hit. Hines saves it, gets it across. Good hustle. Set by T area Connors. Her hit blocked at the net. Pesky with the stuff. Kyla Pesky with the block kill. Huron up 19-6. See if that was a double block. I think it was just Pesky. Huron does some subbing now as we see the 6-2 officially start as Reagan Bischoff in, Jency Gergen out. So Bischoff will take over setting duties. And Arian Fitzer, the 9th grader, in for the first time. Off-balance shot blocked by Davis, and T-area can't clean it up. And Huron back up by 14, 20-6. Allie Davis with her third kill, that one coming off the block. Reagan Bischoff to serve for the Huron Tigers. Serve to the corner, serve receive. Pass ahead by T-area, and they'll just have to free ball it. Hines handles it. Bischoff sets. Here's the hit across by Davis, dug out by T. From the middle, the hit blocked by Huron. Bischoff with the set. Here's the two-hand tip. Fitzer, dug out back row T area. Left side, Connors will free ball off the top of the net. Davis, a nice recovery. Set to Davis. Allie goes with the tip this time. Dug out by T. Here's the hit. Going way long, and I think Connors was in the net. Huron was in the net. Huron was in the net. Connors' hit went way out. And I saw the net jump. I don't think either team knows that the point actually went to T area. It's 20-7. So net call on Huron. And T area will serve with Anaya Connors. Huron up 20-7. They've led this entire first set. Connors, back row. Serve, receive, Knight. Here's Davis coming off the right side this time. Nice dig in the back row by Opland. Free ball, and T-area will get it across. Huron can set it up. Bischoff set for Carr. Up the middle, blocked, and T-area can't dig it out. Chloe Carr gets her first kill. And Huron up 21-7 in set one. Checking in to play some back row for T-area now, Abby Boom. Basically, Connors serve, then bring Boom in to play back row. Serve, receive, back row, kind of shanked by T-area. Nice save. Boom with the third hit, does get it across. Bischoff back sets, right side hit, Fitzer through the block, and the 9th grader gets her first career kill. 22-7, Huron Tigers. Tigers again, prepare to serve. Davis now. Here's the set from the front row across, the tip across by T-area. Now, overpass going to be slammed down by Chloe Christensen. She got the first hit in. Huron blocked it back, but right to her. Well, what do we have? We're going to have a discussion between the two officials. And Huron gets the point. I'm not sure what the call was, unless she was in the net or something. So 23-7. Huron, I believe, 23-7, and Huron 2 points away from the first set win. Shanked in the back row, an ace for Huron. Set point Huron 24-7. Allie Davis with the ace. Just counting them up, 7 aces here in the first set for the Huron Tigers. Davis serving at set point. Serve, receive, T-area. They're having trouble with that serve receive. They do slap it across with Christensen. Set across Knight. She'll tip it up the middle. T-area comes together. Nobody can make a play. And Huron takes set one. Addie Knight with the kill. Huron takes set one, 25-7. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes. Return here to the arena on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Sports injuries
trust in the sideline of the game. Think of sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Adams Quickly is your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes for your family's vehicle. No appointment needed. See them in 1159 Ford Avenue North and at Adam Hall, 352-9225. Adams Quickly also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Locally owned and open at 4 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family's vehicle with Adams Quickly. 1159 Ford Avenue North, Adams Quickly is a proud sponsor of Tire Sports. Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, and fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from your delicious menu? Then dine in and try the famous Godfather's buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. We're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. We're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant teeth screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181. Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Huron Tigers take first set one, 25-7. Our scoreboard update from Seven Sons Heating and Air of Huron. Watertown won their first set off Pier, 25-16. Lead the second set 18-9. That's your scoreboard update from Seven Sons Heating and Cooling. Got to get used to that new stuff this year. Heating and air. I'll get it right. So can't ask for a much better start to the season there. Huron Tigers never trailed. In fact, rattled off the first 10 points of that first set and win that first set 25-7. Now they'll get set to go with our second set. Getting the lineup checks, and again, T area. You don't see it often, at best once a year, if that. But T area is not playing with a libero. Most, like I said, it may be even once a year. I've seen it before, but again, it's been a while. We start the second set, and Jency Gergen to serve for Huron, had 3 aces in set one. Serve it back row, serve receive, Shank to save by T, and they'll tip it across in the donut, and T area will get their first lead of the game. Addison Breck had a nice little tip right into the campfire. Huron got 3 hits, but never got anything going the right direction. T area, a 1-0 lead. Avery Franzine will serve now for the T area Titans. And now Coach Hansen wants a lineup check with Scott Mack, the down official, or R2, I think is how the reference is supposed to go. First match of the year for everybody, and boy, rotations can really confuse you in volleyball. Now we're ready to go. Franzine to serve. Back to the corner, played by Knight, set by Gergen, tipped across by Olsen, but blocked back, and that's back-to-back kills by Addison Breck. That one on a block kill, 2-0. T area gets an early lead here in set 2. So maybe kind of settling down after really struggling in that first set. T area, bump ahead. Here's the backline attack. Davis dumps it in the middle, and Connor got to it, could not control it on the second hit. Allie Davis will pick up her 4th kill, and Huron on the board. It's 2-1. And Addison Knight will serve for the Huron Tigers. We're in set 2, just started. Huron up 1-0. Serve to the corner. Over there, Clayberg plays it. They'll get in the middle, into the net. 4-hit attack by T-Area, and Huron ties it at 2. Addie Knight will serve. Our student section, just about all boys, and they're wearing the hunting camouflage tonight. It's got to be warm wearing that down there. Set, here's the hit up the middle, drilled down nicely. Bouchard gets her first kill. And T-Area goes back up 3-2 here in set 2. Preparing to serve is Addison Breck for the T-Area Titans. They're in their second year in the ESD and second year in AA. For everything but football, they've been in AA for a few years in football. Back set, right side hit for Pesky. Nice dig back roll, but they can't catch up to it. It was dug out by Franzine, but boy, Kyla Pesky getting her first real varsity burn. I got her down for 4 kills now. Chloe Carr comes in the game and gives her a good shove. We're tied at 3 with Hilton Hines serving. Serve into the net, first service error against the Huron Tigers. T-Area had 1 in that first set. And T-Area back up 4-3. Bouchard will serve for the Titans. To the corner, Allie Davis. Gergen sets. Here's Carr up the middle, dug out. Set to the left. Connors will hit down the line, and that comes off of Gergen. Could not get the handle on that one, and the kill for Anaya Connors, her second, and T-Area goes up 5-3 in set 2. I got 5-3, they got 4-3 on the scoreboard. Serve back row, and Knight had the ball play her. There's the first ace of the match for T-Area. And it is 6-3. So give the ace to Bouchard. And T-Area up 6-3, and they've rattled off 3 unanswered here. Huron's got to get things going back to where they had in that first set. Back row, Davis. Back set. Here's the tip across by Carr. Connors plays it. They'll bump it back to her. Connors with the hit goes long. Was there a touch? There was not. Hitting error, and Huron gets one back at 6-4. T-Area in set 2. Checking in for Huron is Jaylee Olson. Or excuse me, that's Arian Fitzer. Bischoff comes in, and she'll take over setting duties and serve for the Tigers. So basically, that's interesting when we make that switch in the 6-2. 2 seniors come off, and a freshman and a sophomore come in. Bischoff with the serve. Serve received Connor, set to the right side. The hit blocked by Huron, saved by Davis. Quick set across by Bischoff. Thierry's ready. Connors hits off that left side, blocked at the net by Fitzer and Carr. Free balled across. Bischoff there, set ahead by Hines. The hit up the middle by Davis, and a pancake. They kept it off the floor, return it, and Davis winds up and hits it long. Huron wanted a touch, didn't get it. So a great play by T-Area. Somebody got a pancake there, kept it off the floor, and then Huron with the hitting error, and T-Area goes back up 7-4. Served by Clayberg. Set in the middle. There's the hit. Carr finds the open corner. Didn't put a lot on it, but just saw there's a wide open spot to my right and just placed it perfectly. Second kill for Chloe Carr. Huron back within 2 at 7-5. Davis serving for Huron. Puts it to the corner. Played there by Breck. Right side hit. Connors got the line. Huron let it go. I thought it was going to go out, but it did indeed hit the line. Connor with the kill. Connors has 3 kills, 2 in this set. And T-Area leading 8-5. Huron never trailed in the first set. They have not led here in the second set. Overpass and hit, but off the top of the net by T-Area. Overpass by Hines, and it went right to the top of the net, and I believe it was Breck just tried to hammer it and hit it off the top of the net and way out. Huron back within 2. Olsen on the floor for Huron. Coming in to serve for Huron is Kaya Cheddar. her first time on the floor, junior for Huron. Cheddar into the net, service error. Gives the point right back to T area, and it's 9-6 Huron. Or T area, excuse me. Now Huron getting a sub is, well, double switch there basically. Get the libero on the floor is what that amounts to. So Hines back on the floor, and Chloe Christensen to serve for T area. Pops it back row to Davis. Bischoff with the set up the middle. The hit by Olsen. Block. T area gets control. Backline attack. T area goes way long. Boom. Tried the backline attack, and Boom did a little bit too far. Huron again within 2 at 9-7 in set 2. Gergen and Pesky in as Fitzer and Bischoff come out. So Huron's made a complete rotation with Gergen serving for the second time. Did not make a complete rotation that first set at all. And there's the ace, Gergen. Dropped it right in front of that back row player. Boom, could not come up with it. Gergen with 4 aces. Huron within 1 at 9-8. Jency again with the serve to the corner. Serve, receive. Set. Little tip in the middle, off the net. Oh, great placement up the middle that time by Breck. She just did a little flick. Was headed to that right side, hit the net, and then just rolled over, and Davis just couldn't get to it. T-area back on top, 10-8. Franzine serving. Hines down to get it. Set up the middle. Olsen with the tip up the middle. Dug out by T-area. Pass ahead. Free ball by Kleberg. Davis there. Not a great pass. They get control. Pesky hits right side. Back row. Dug out by Kleberg. Right side hit into the net. Breck was trying to connect there, and Huron again within 1, 10-9 in set 2. Huron up 1 set to none. And Addison Knight to serve for Huron. Jump serve. Back row over to get it. Boom, off the floor. They keep it alive. Free ball. Huron can set it up. Bischoff from the net. Back set across, and the quick set dump. Or excuse me, not Bischoff, but Gergen. I got to keep track on who's setting out there. Gergen with the quick set kill. And we are tied at 10. Again, Huron is not led here in this second set. Knight serving and serves. Oh, might have went wide, but T-area played it, and it goes out of bounds. An ace for Knight, her third ace, and Huron their first lead of set 2, 11-10. That looked like it was going to go out. It would have been close, and Christensen decided to play it. Knight serves into the middle of back row. Overpass, dumped back by Davis. Here's the set from the middle. Blocked back. Jaylee Olsen with the block. Her first kill of the night, and Huron goes up 12-10. 4-0 run by Huron. Knight looks to keep momentum going as Huron now has the lead for the first time in this second set. Back to the corner. Serve received Christensen. Hit from the middle, and that goes long. Hitting air Bouchard. And Huron now up 13-10. And the run is 5-0 Huron with Addie Knight serving. Serve to the back row. Serve received nicely by Boom. Will be free balled across. Hines sets it up. Going to be just a tip across by Davis, and somehow got it to roll over the net. The block was there, and she basically just tipped it under the block. Davis with the kill and a timeout. T-area. Huron a 7-0 run, or 6-0 run. They're up 14-10. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Finance your existing home. I'm Jamie Olsen, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank & Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank & Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Good evening, I'm Jeff Duffy back here in the Huron Arena, the season opener for Huron Tiger Athletics here on Tiger 95. Obviously, season opener for Huron Tiger Volleyball. Huron leading 14-10 in set 2 after taking the first set, 25-7. And T-Area burning their first time out. Addison Knight, see if she can keep the momentum going. Off the timeout. Serve back row. Played by Christensen. Set up the middle. They hit Bouchard. Tigers keep it off the floor and saved by Hines and Olsen. Great play. Here comes T-Area again, and they'll float it long. Great play by Hines and Olsen to keep that alive. And they forced T-Area into a hitting error, and now the officials are going to have a discussion. I think the R2 saw something that made him think that maybe that shouldn't be a Huron point. What the discussion is, I'm not sure, but both officials and both line judges are coming in for a conversation. And what are we doing? It will be Huron point. 15-10 Huron in set 2. Addie Knight to serve as Huron's got some nice momentum going here again. Serve receive sideways. They keep it alive. Free ball and going way long again is Bouchard. And it's 16-10 Huron, 8-0 run here in set 2 for the Huron Tigers. Serve short. Got to get control of it. They do. Free balled across by Boom. Here's the set. They hit up the middle. Olsen just went long. No touch, no touch. Had the right idea. Out by a foot or so. Hitting error. And that breaks the Huron run. It's 16-11 Tigers. 8-0 run by the Huron Tigers. Nia Connors into the front row for T-Area, and serving is Addison Breck. I think I called her Boom in that last play, but it is Breck. Set by Gergen up the middle. The tip by Pesky into the net. Was trying to just flip it across, and I think I got a little bit too much into her palm. 16-12. T-Area back within 4. Again, Breck with the serve. And the serve goes long. Service error. Second one of the night for T-Area, and Huron back up 5 at 17-12. What are we doing? There was something on the floor. Connor's taking care of that for us as Hilton Hines prepares to serve for Huron. Hines will float it back row. Christensen stays with it. Set for Connors. Her hit left side off somebody's hand, and I think it was deflected by Gergen, and Hines just could not get control of it. Connors with her 4th kill. 3rd of this set, 17-13 Huron. Remington Bouchard to serve for the T-Area Titans. Knight from the back row. Gergen sets. Davis left side into the net. 17-14 Huron. Well, you saw Pesky do it. Now we've seen Davis do it. I think just a little over-aggressive there at the net. Just take your natural swing and do what comes naturally. Serve receive Davis. Bumped ahead by Knight. Davis again, back row. Breck is there. Connors will hit away from the net and goes long. And she was behind the spike line, so not her optimum position. 18-14, Huron back up by 4. Bischoff and Fitzer back in for Huron. Bischoff to serve for the Tigers, and in on serve receive is Brooklyn Berg for the T-Area Titans. Serve to the corner, going over to get it Breck. Overpass and drilled, but a nice dig in the middle there by Connors. Huron can set it up. Here's the set, left side Davis into the net. That's 2 in a row. Allie's put it into the net. 18-15. Again, trying to hit it 100 miles an hour, but you got to make sure it's over the net. Kleberg to serve for T-Area. Hines handles it. Bischoff set, just going to be a tip across by Fitzer. Nice adjustment. Set up the middle by Clayberg, blocked at the net. Huron plays it off the net, and that'll be an illegal hit. 18-16, T-area back within 2 here in set 2. Huron up 1-0. Clayberg to serve, looks to keep momentum going. Davis on serve receive. Set in the middle for Davis and drills it to the back row. Their T-area was just way too crowded up the middle that time. And one of the first times I remember Alley actually hitting from the middle. Davis now with 6 kills. Serve receive, kind of a deflection there. Free ball to cross. Huron can set it up. Right side Fitzer cross court, too long. Huron making a lot of mistakes, a lot of hitting errors here. There was another one, 19-17, T-area again within 2. Now Connors rotates to the back row to serve. This goes to Knight. Back set, here's the hit. Carr up the middle, and oh, just out. Was there a touch? Yes, there was a touch. Carr with the kill. 20-17. One line judge had it. Chloe Carr gets her 3rd kill, 2nd of this set. And Huron moves ahead 20-17. Cheddar again to serve for Huron, her 2nd appearance on the floor. Huron without libero for this rotation. Serve receive Clayberg, going to be passed ahead. Free balled by Berg. Here's the set in the middle, the hit by Fitzer, played in the back row by T-area. Breck will hit it, right to Bischoff. Pass ahead Cheddar. Here's the tip by Knight, going to the corner, dug out by T-area. Left side Breck will tip, right to Bischoff. Cheddar will pass it ahead. Here's the hit up the middle by Knight, and the return goes into the net. Addie Knight with the kill. Nice play by Cheddar to set up Addie. Knight with her 3rd kill, and Huron up 21-17. Cheddar again to serve for the Huron Tigers. Back row, Clayberg plays it. Set up the middle for Christensen. Back row, Cheddar slaps at it, keeps it alive. Hit into the net by Allie Davis. I think Allie was a little further away from the net. Well, I think she might be playing back row anyway. And I don't think she really timed her jump very well. Hines back on the floor for Huron as Christensen will serve for T-area. Back into the front row, Bouchard for T. Serve, nice serve, to save by Hilton Hines. Nope, that floated right down. Hines got a hand on it, but just couldn't get a good direction on it. Give the ace to Chloe Christensen. 2nd ace of the night for T-area, and they're hanging around in this one. 21-19, T-area back within 2. Discussion at the scorer's bench with the R2. Now we're ready to go with Christensen serving again. Goes to the corner, Knight. Set by Bischoff, hit by Fitzer, cross court, dug out by Clayberg. Set to the left, the hit by Breck, right to Hines. Set left this time, the hit by Knight. T-area's there, Breck again. She'll just try to free ball it and hit it into the net. And Huron 3 points away now at 22-19. Much more competitive set here, though, by T-area. Coach Hansen's got to be pleased with this. You know what? They're hanging around in this one. It's doable. Jency Gergen will serve for the Huron Tigers, take over setting duties as well. Float it, back row, serve, receive Christensen. Up the middle for Breck, off the top of the net, rolls it through. Addison Breck, her 3rd kill, they've all come, or 4th kill, and they've all come in this set. 22-20 again, T-area just hanging around in this one. They had the lead early. An 8-0 run by Huron gave the Tigers the lead, but T-area hasn't went away. T-area with the serve way out. Service error by Franzine, and Huron goes up 23-20. See if Huron can take advantage. Boy, service errors can be a momentum killer. Huron needs to take advantage of this. Knight serving. She'll serve corner. Christensen straight up in the air. Set in the middle. Franzine and deflected. And oh, Knight kicked the ball. That ball should have still been alive. Well, they say it hit the floor. Well, Boy, that looked like it came off Knight's foot, and you can do that in volleyball. I guess it was right in front of Lean, and I guess he's not protesting too much. 23-21. T-Area is back within 2. And that brings Connors back into the front row for T-Area. Set up the middle, they hit, and powering it through the block is Jaylee Olson, and Huron at set point, 24-21, second kill for Jaylee Olson. Set point with Hilton Hines serving for the Huron Tigers. Put it to the back row, serve, receive. Here's the bump ahead, Connors, left side, blocked at the net, but stays on the Huron side. Carr got a block on it. It kind of hung on the net, then rolled over. Connors has 5 kills for this set, 24-22. T-Area's got to be perfect here. Huron still on set point, and service error by Franzine gives Huron a set 2 win. 25-22, Huron takes set 2. They're up 2-0. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
And the Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Visit Sunbury Sports in downtown Huron at Sunny Plaza or online at sunburysports.com or call Stephanie at Sunbury Sports at 605-554-0248. Screen printing, embroidery, custom apparel, awards, banners, and sporting goods. Sunbury Sports, 289 Dakota Avenue South, Sunny Plaza in Huron.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, TV sports, of course. About signs, logos, and graphic set props. TV sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, TV Sports, downtown Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron Tigers up 2-0. Let's do a scoreboard update from Seven Suns Heating and Air at 111 Dakota Avenue North in Huron. Huron up again, 25-7, 25-22. O'Gorman has swept Yankton, 25-13, 12-10. Watertown swept Pierre, 25-16, 18-6. Lincoln up 1-0 on Jefferson, 25-23. That's what we have for AA scores. Soccer scores tonight. Just got the boys score in. Sioux Falls Christian defeated the Huron boys 3-0. And the Huron Tiger girls so close to that, ending the long streak. Garrettson, though, edged Huron 2-1. And that is your scoreboard update from Seven Suns Heating and Air. So we go to set number 3. T-Area did settle down. They really struggled about every way possible in that first set, losing it 25-7, but stayed right with Huron, led up through the first 10 points, but never let Huron completely get comfortable. Huron did pull out the 3-point win. Now we go to set number 3, and T-Area will have the serve with Avery Franzine. Serve, Knight goes down to get it, set by Gergen. Here's the hit by Olson, dug out by T-Area. They'll set it to left to Breck, and she'll go long, and Huron 1-0 lead to open up our third set. Now Gergen will serve for Huron. Jency dumps it right in front of Christensen in the back row. An ace for Jency Gergen. She has 5 aces. 2-0 Huron to start set 3. Gergen takes it back row. Christensen able to play it. Bumped ahead by Kleberg. Kleberg will free ball it. Back set. Here's the hit. Right side. Pesky blocked at the net, and they can't dig it out. And Pesky with the kill. Kyla Pesky with 5 kills. She's made an impact at the net. Again, really getting her first significant varsity action of any kind. Served by Gergen, drops it in the corner. T area, thought it was going to go out. I thought it was going to go out. 4-0 Huron. And 6 aces for Jency Gergen tonight. Gergen back to the corner, over to get it. Kleberg, but can't catch up to it. Another ace for Gergen, and it's 5-0 Huron. Quick start in set 3, just like Huron had in set 1. And Gergen with 7 aces. Short serve this time by Gergen in T area. Again, can't play it. That time she took something off it, dropped it in front of the back row. 6-0 Huron, and Gergen 4 aces in this rotation for the Huron Tigers. Gergen serves again. Serve receive. Here's the set up the middle for Franzine, and she'll find an open spot in the corner, and that breaks the Huron run. Remington, or excuse me, that was Bouchard with the kill. Bouchard with her second kill. 6-1 Huron. Breck will serve, and Connors back into the front row for T area. Breck back row handled by Hines. Coming out to get it, Gergen. Left side hit, a little tip by Knight. Tipped off the top of the net by Franzine, and Knight will get the kill. Give Huron a 7-1 lead. Addie Knight, I have her for 4 kills. The ball's been spread around at the net. Knight steps back to serve. Goes to the corner to Breck. Trying to play it off the net, and that'll be a double hit on the setter, Franzine. 8-1. Huron trying to get a lot of space here in set number 3. T area wants a timeout. 8-1, Huron leading in set 3, up 2-0. We'll take a community campus timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Ryan Government to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Sunderland is America's #1 dealer for ready-to-wear furniture. Sunderland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Jones & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Sunderland Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including Simmons and women, is made entirely of your needs in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, Sunderland is truly local service. Turn to Sunderland Furniture at Huron.
Well, Huron trying to get a little distance here in set 3. As they're up 8-1. Some strong serving again from Jency Gergen. That's kind of the way the first set went as well. And Addie Knight to serve to look to keep momentum going for Huron. Knight sends it back row. Christensen goes down to get it. Back set. Here's the tip across. Oh, great play by Knight, but can't get over it on the second hit. It was just kind of rolled over the top of the net by Bouchard. Picks up her third kill, 8-2. Huron's lead to 6. And Bouchard serving for the T area Titans. Into the net, service error. That'll be the 5th service error on T area tonight. Huron up 9-2. Into the back row for T area is Brooklyn Berg, and Hilton Hines will serve for the Huron Tigers. Serve receive, going down to get it, Clayberg. Up the middle, Connors, blocked at the net by Carr. Carr slaps it back. T area keeps it alive. Overpasses. Here's the quick set across, and Jency Gergen. She thought, or T area thought she was going to Carr, and she just did that deft little quick set for the kill. Huron up 10-2. Gergen, her second kill. The sleight of hand that all good setters do. Serve, receive, Breck. Trying to get in the middle of the Connors. Flat-footed, she just free balls it. Back set for Pesky, and she puts it into the net. Had to reach a little bit back to get to the set. 10-3 Huron in set 3. Coming up on 1 minute after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron, Huron Tiger Volleyball here at Huron Arena. Set in the middle, there's the tip by Carr. Nice save by Connors, will set it. Connors will have to free ball it. Pass ahead by Hines. Davis from the left side up the middle. Berg able to make a play on it. A little indecision to the top of the net. Going to be tipped back by Pesky. Pesky and Connors was there, but Connors couldn't tell if it was going over the net or not. It did. And Kyla Pesky with the kill. Solid all around with 6 total tonight. 11-3. Huron Tigers. Bischoff to serve as she rotates in to take over setting duties. Serve receive, back row. Little hesitation. T area will free ball it. Bischoff from the net. Here's the hit by Carr through the block. Dug out by Breck. Here's Connors with the hit. Blocked by Carr. T area staying with it. Connors with the free ball. Tigers block. Nice save by Huron. Great save and free balled across by Davis. Great save by Bischoff. Here's the hit by T area, and this time they connect. Christensen finds the corner. What a play by Bischoff. But T area, give them credit. They just stayed with it because Huron was completely out of system after scrambling to get the ball over. Christensen, her second kill. 11-4 Huron. Anaya Connors to serve. Going down to get it was Knight. Here's the tip, and that's a 4-hit attack. They set a little too high for Carr, and she just got a fingertip on it. 11-5. Connors trying to serve and get T area back into it. Down 6. Serve receive Knight. Here's the set up the middle. Tipped across left-handed by Carr. Set to the left for Breck. Her hit back row. Dug out by Hines. Back set. Right side hit. Ripped by Fitzer. And then T area can't get it across the net. Fitzer just really put something on that one. Her second kill. 12-5. Huron Tigers. Allie Davis to serve for Huron. Davis jump serve, goes down Connors, bump ahead. Left side, the hit by Breck. Blocked, but she punches it through. Breck will get the kill. She has 5, 12-6 Huron. Bichard into the front row for T area, and serving will be Chloe Christensen. Christensen, Knight goes down to get it, shanked it. That'll be an ace for Christensen, her second of the night. 12-7. Titans back within 5. Chloe Christensen again with the serve. Floater, Knight plays it. Bumped ahead by Bischoff. Carr off the right side this time. Just finds the open spot in the campfire right in front of Connors. Chloe Carr placed that perfectly. 13-7 Huron. I have Chloe now with 4 kills. Cheddar on to serve for Huron as Hines will get a breather. Set by Clayberg, I believe. They hit by Connors. Nice dig by Bischoff. Back set. Here's Knight. They hit left side. Tried to go cross court, but too wide. Hitting air. Brings T area back within 5 at 13-8. Hines will get herself back into the match as preparing to serve is Avery Franzine. I assume Franzine will take over the setting duties. I think she and Clayberg, if I'm catching it right, they're both setting. Serve goes way long. Service error by Franzine. Second of this set, 6 total on the night for T area. Huron up 14-8. Gergen on to serve, and that takes Bischoff and Fitzer off the floor. Pesky back in for Huron into the front row. Serve to the corner, little knuckleball. Connors handles it. Set in the middle of the tip, back by Pesky. T area stays with it. Hit again by Kleberg, dug out by Hines. Set across, backline attack. Davis tried to tip it to the back row, too strong. She was kind of leaning forward on that hit, and again back row. 14-9, again back within 5 is T area. Breck to serve for the Titans. And goes long, another service error T area. Huron up 15-9. Third service error this set on T area. So that's 20% of Huron's points. I think the arithmetic is right. Serve back row played by Breck. Going to be bumped ahead by Franzine. Connors will free ball it, too long, hitting air. Huron pulling ahead now at 16-9. Addie Knight to serve for the Huron Tigers. Huron has led this entire third set. Serve receive, back row, Breck. Quick set across, Huron digs it out. Pass ahead, here's the tip across by Pesky. Kleberg bumps it, Connors will free ball up the middle. Quick set across by Gergen, aiming for the corner, and a couple of T area girls come together, and Connors can't get it across. Breck and Christensen got tangled up, or else T area probably is able to play that cleanly. Huron up 17-9 here in set 3, looking for a sweep. Knight serving. Serve receive Christensen straight up. Connors stays with it. And Bouchard could not come up with the tip on the third hit. And Huron trying to pull away here, up 18-9. Knight to serve for the Huron Tigers again. Knight to the corner. Connors plays it. Set back to her. Anaya will just bump it across. A couple of Huron girls come together. Going to be a free ball by Knight. Here's the set from the middle. The hit blocked back by Huron. Is that Jaylee Olsen or was it Davis? It was Jaylee Olsen with the block kill. And the second and final timeout here for the T area Titans. Huron up 19-9. Timeout 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Caramel craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite Blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Huron Tigers trying to close it out, up 2-0, 25-7, 25-22 up here in set 3, 19-9. Scoreboard update from Seven Sons Heating and Air of Huron. T area out of timeouts. And Addie Knight serving. Huron right now on another 5-0 run. Knight serves to the corner and serves long. Service error. Huron has not had a lot of those tonight. That is the third one, first of this set. 19-10, Huron. Back row serve, receive Knight. Off the net, blocked, and T area gets control from the middle. Christensen will pop it back row. Gergen back set, right side hit. Pesky, cross court, can't get it over to the net. In the set came a little deep, perhaps. 19-11, couple points in a row for T area. Thing I do like with our new scoreboard system here, they have the match scores up there in case you forget to write it down or forget what the score was. Set, hit by Olsen. Oh, nice dig by Connors. Third hit, blocked again by Olsen. Jaylee Olsen, a pair of blocks. The second one scores points. Jaylee Olsen 4 kills, 3 of them off blocks. And Huron up 20-11 with Hines back to serve for the Tigers. Brooklyn Berg into the back row for the T-Area Titans. Hines will float a short one. Connors plays it to the left. The hit by Christensen, and that eats up Hines in the back row. Christensen will get the kill. That's her third. 20-12. Huron Tigers. Clayberg will serve for the Titans. I believe she is the daughter of the AD and former football coach in T. Back row serve, receive Davis. Set in the middle, they hit by Carr, going to the corner. Nice dig by Breck. Connors will free ball it. Tigers stay with it. Nice save by Knight. And Hines gets it across. Set again from the middle, Christensen, dug out by Knight. Overpass going to be hit again, saved by Gergen. Bumped ahead. Davis will swing hard and go long. Was there a touch? There was not. Hitting error, 20-13. T-Area within 7. Huron's led by as many as 10 here in this set. Back row serve, receive Knight, bumped ahead, hit by Davis up in the air, blocked back by Christensen. Christensen, T-Area getting their best momentum they've had in a while as they've rattled off 3 unanswered here to pull within 20-14. Ellie Clayberg with the serve for T. Back row, Hines there with the serve receive, bumped by Gergen, hit left side by Davis. Will bump ahead. Free ball by Connors, way long, hitting air, no touch. Huron breaks that run, 21-14. Huron back up by 7. Fitzer and Bischoff in, Pesky and Gergen out. Bischoff on the serve for the Huron Tigers. Back row serve receive. Set ahead, left side Connors. Back row, nice play Hines. Cracked down by Bischoff from the middle. Davis goes with the little tip. Kind of shanked back row, but T-Area stays with it. Backline attack, Breck. Bischoff. Hines, third hit. Who's going to take control? Knight gets it across. Here's the set, Franzine. The tip by Christensen. Bischoff digs it out. Third hit, and Bischoff will bump it. From the net, here's the set again. Connors winds up through the block, and Huron can't dig it out. Connors with the kill, 21-15. That might have been the longest volley we've had tonight. Nia Connors picks up her first kill of this set. She has 6 total, 21-15. Huron. Connors now rotates to the back row, and she will serve for T-Area. Connors off the top of the net, rolls it through. When it gets that much net, there's just not much you can do on serve receive. T-Area within 5, 21-16. Nia Connors with her first ace of the night. T-Area again hanging around here in set 3. Serve receive Hines, nice play. Quick set across Bischoff. Connors can't make the play. Reagan Bischoff with the kill, her first of the night on the quick set. Huron 3 points away now at 22-16. Serve by Davis, back row, Connors there. From the middle, they hit. Christensen pops it into the back row. Answers for T-Area, 22-17. Chloe Christensen's got 4 kills in this set. 5 total for the match. She's kind of been the main force for the Titans. She rotates to serve now. Hines on serve receive. Bischoff back sets. Carr with the hit off the right side this time. Christensen there. Back set, right side hit, back row. Hines plays it. Set to the left for Knight. She'll go across court. Connors digs it out at the net. Blocked back by Knight. She was jumping there with Franzine, and Knight had the definite height advantage. And Knight will get the kill, and Huron 2 points away at 23-17. Cheddar to serve for Huron. Floats it back row, serve receive Christensen, bumped ahead to the left. Franzine tips it over. Tigers get control, hit from the middle by Knight, comes off Breck's hand, but they will get it across. Here's the set. The hit by Olsen, kind of double clutched on the net, but T-Area never caught up to it. Was not pretty for Jaylee Olsen, but it went over. That's all that mattered. That's her 5th kill. And we are at match point, 24-17 Huron. Cheddar, a soft serve. Kind of shanked by Breck. They can't catch up to it. Cheddar with the ace to end it. And the Huron Tigers open the season with the sweep. Huron wins it 25-7, 22, and 17. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game is next. We'll take a 2-minute timeout on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Earnings of their full potential. Does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Ted Rehab Physical Therapy teams are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. 1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer distributed by Elwine Brothers at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! Norby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Norby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Norby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Norby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD. The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Strong opening match of the season for the Huron Tigers. They sweep the T-Area Titans, never trailed in sets 1 and 3. And never trailed in set 2 after they caught T-Area at 10-10. And the Huron Tigers win it here tonight, 25-7, 25-22, 25-17. And that is your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. In fact, let's see what we do have for scores here around AA. We had a few finals in already anyway. Lincoln leads Jefferson 25-23, 25-22. Jefferson leads the third set. O'Gorman swept Yankton 25-13, 12-10. Brookings leads Aberdeen 2-1, 25-20, 25-20 Brookings, 25-17. Other scores, if I can remember where I put everything. Soccer today, tough loss for the Huron Tiger girls, 2-1. Garrettson edges the Huron Tiger girls soccer team. The boys soccer team fell to Sioux Falls Christian 3-0. Lower levels tonight, Huron got sweeps, JV 25-18-18, and sophomore 26-24, 25-19. And in girls tennis, Vermilion defeated Huron in a duel 7-2, picking up wins for Huron. Taylor Sorbin at fourth flight singles, and Sorbin and Ellie Puterbaugh at second flight doubles. And that is your scoreboard update from Seven Suns Heating and Air. Let's run down the stats here for this match tonight. T-Area opens at 0-1. 5 kills for Addison Breck, 6 kills, 1 ace, Anaya Connors. 3 kills, 1 ace, Remington Bouchard. 5 kills, 2 aces, Chloe Christensen. for the Huron Tigers. 1 kill for Reagan Bischoff. 2 kills, 8 aces for Jency Gergen. 4 kills, Chloe Carr. Hilton Hines had an ace. 6 kills for Kyla Pesky. 5 kills, 3 aces. Addie Knight. 6 kills, 1 ace. Allie Davis. 2 kills for Arian Fitzer. 5 kills for Jaylee Olson, and a kill, or this should be an ace actually. I put down a kill, but an ace for Kaya Cheddar, and those are the stats for the Huron Tigers. We'll wait for Coach Lean to come up. We will select our first Signature Plus player of the game, Signature Plus with screen printing, embroidery, casual business, and Tiger sports apparel as well. Located at 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. Take a timeout of 2 minutes and return here to the arena on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Refinance your existing home. I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank & Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with no full servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank & Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season. With over 130 stores in 12 states, Timberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Timberland is America's #1 dealer for lazy-bound furniture. Timberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Siddons, Sims & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Timberland Pure is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made entirely of your neighbors in the area. So for the best brands at the best prices, and we need truly local service. Turn to Timberland Furniture of Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We continue on the Gary Zell Auto Glass post game as the Huron Tiger volleyball team opens the season with a sweep of the T-Area Titans. Never trailed in the first or third sets, did trail for a little while in the second set, but strong start to the season. Got some new offense, some new combinations, so a lot of things to take out of this one, obviously, on the positive side of things. Coming up later this week on Friday, there's actually 2 football games at Tiger Stadium. Woolsey Wessington is playing their home games at Tiger Stadium this year. They're doing renovations to their athletic complex, so their 4 home football games will be at Tiger Stadium. That includes this Friday. They're going to go at 12 noon hosting Dubrook. We'll have that game on the air on KOKK, 12:10 a.m. And then Huron football opens their season Friday night, earlier start time with the fair in town and Larry the Cable Guy. 5 o'clock kickoff at Tiger Stadium with the Yankton Bucks, 4:30 with the pregame on Friday here on Tiger 95. For Huron Tiger Volleyball, they'll host their annual invitational on Saturday. They just have 4 matches, 2 out of 3. It's not a tournament, it's an invitational where basically everybody gets 4 matches in just to work out some early season things. We will not have a play-by-play of the invitational. That's a long day during the fair, and I can't really keep the the station out of commission that long. So our next volleyball broadcast will actually be a week from Saturday when Huron travels up to Aberdeen for an afternoon match. So we will, that will be our next volleyball broadcast a week from Saturday up in Aberdeen. First of two meetings with Aberdeen in like about a week and a half here in the early part of the season. I see the girls have come out of the locker room, so presumably Josh Lean, our head coach, is coming up as well. Again, we will name our player of the game, Signature Plus, with screen printing, embroidery, casual business, and Tiger Sports Apparel. They're downtown here on 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest. They'll be our player of the game. Players of the game get a special T-shirt, specially designed by Signature Plus for player of the game. And we'll be giving those out after every Huron Tiger contest here during the course of this year. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, come back, talk to Coach Lean next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
And at the Dairy Queen of Huron, the August Blizzard event is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite Blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop at and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Are your kids performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed, your local feed supplier. When the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. 1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
And we are back here in the Huron Arena. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game continues. Huron Tiger Volleyball opens their season with a 3-set sweep of T area, and head coach Josh Lean joins us now. And Josh, you never know what to expect for sure in the first match of the season. I bet there hasn't been too many times in your career where you jump out to a 10-0 lead on your first service of a season.
No, I'm assuming this is one of one right now. First time that's worked out in our favor, but you know, you kind of line it up where your kind of more aggressive servers start the game, or at least that's how you drop the initial scouting report. And Jency, you know, even based on her serve numbers from last year, does a really nice job of driving a float serve with some tempo to a certain location, and she really was hitting her spots tonight. So you know, Jency's really, you're going to see some of that this year. There's going to be other teams we're going to play that have maybe a little bit more successful serve receive against us, but Jency's going to drive a lot of serve receive formations crazy this year. Really nice to start out to an early. It makes it easy to sit in my seat when you're up by 10 in the first 10 points.
I'm trying to read there. I think it's 14 aces total, and you said we need to out-ace them. Well, we out-aced them by a bunch there, but, you know, we were just clicking, you know, whether we're in the offense, whether it was serving, everything just seemed to be a goal.
Yeah, it did. So, you know, I think we doubled their aces. They did have a string of them in the second set when we were battling early, where we were really just working on getting that ball to the setter. And so credit them. They came out. They started serving aggressive. They minimized their errors there in the early set two. But I thought our girls did a nice job of keeping their composure, knowing what they're capable of, going back to the basics and doing the little things right. And so not only did we out-ace them, we really were successful in many other facets of the game. I thought, for the most part, we had really good shots. When I go back and watch the film, I think I'm going to, realize we had more good shots than we didn't. So we fed our middles nicely, even though I say that out loud. I would like to see Chloe get a few more opportunities from an offense. But what I'm most proud of this team right now is that our intent to block the ball today was, in my opinion, higher than our best last year. We really came out today with an intent to put the ball back on T's side and force them to keep swinging at us. So I was really proud of our kids for that at the net. This might be the one chance I can say that we're bigger than T. We're bigger than our opponent. We probably don't get to say that very often. So we used that to our advantage tonight for sure.
And, I was kind of keeping an eye on the newcomers very well. Reagan Bischoff, she had a little varsity time last year. Kaya Cheddar came in to serve. Kyla Pesky, a senior who's waited her turn. And in fact, I'm going to give her our very first player of the game from Signature Plus. She'll get a free T-shirt from Signature Plus. Kyla Pesky is our player of the game, and then Arian Fitzer and Jaylee Olson as well. I was watching them more than anything because you just don't know until they get on the bright lights what's going to happen.
Yeah, when you play the 7 o'clock game, it changes things in your heart, in your mind, in your feet. It just makes everything just amplify that much more. And I'll tell you, Kyla did a really nice job, and I love the way you said that. She's just waited her turn. She's played the opposite position since I can remember. Last year we had Aurora Dreyer who, really held down that position all year as a good, strong blocking lefty. And Kyla came out. I think she got that first kill on kind of a mishit ball, which made everybody kind of smile, but the ball hits the floor the same and it scores the same. And then she just really played with a lot of confidence after that, which really is something we hope to see out of seniors. But sometimes I forget, and I'm glad you're here to remind me that they're still rookies under this 7 o'clock time frame, right? They don't have a lot of experience at this point. So I thought Kyla did a nice job. We got to keep working on lining up with hitters. Kyla had the Connors girl on the other side of the net, and we really did get into some fits with trying to figure out where to set up a block against her. So we got some work to do there, but I thought for a first match, varsity, Kyla did one heck of a job and really does deserve the player of the game.
And then, the veterans, they've been there. Jency Gergen, Chloe Carr, Hilton Hines, Addie Knight, Allie Davis, really those girls, they've been through the war, some of them 2-3 years now. So bottom line is they have to lead. They have to help the more less experienced girls, and I think he got a good rotation going there.
Well, I think I've got I'm really lucky, and I think I said this in last weekend in our interview, that the combination of leadership, youth, and overall effort in our gym right now is really, really it's good for a coach's heart, right? Because you see a lot of good things happening. And so our veterans, and I say that based on kids who have played a long time, they just keep their composure. When we were in the locker room before the match, we talked about who was going to be responsible to maintain our energy level, who was going to bring that back up if we started to fade. How about effort? Who was going to show effort when our team needed somebody to show effort? And that group that you just named were the kids who stood up and made sure they weren't going to let those types of things fall on the opening night of the season. So really good effort. Listen, I feel like we're a long ways from our ceiling right now, but we've got a good start here. We've got a battle this weekend on a long Huron invite, but this was a good start.
And I mentioned that Saturday, just to kind of wrap things up. Saturday, the Huron Invitational, not a tournament, an invitational. Everybody gets 4 best 2 out of 3 matches for Huron. 3 out of the 4 teams. It's the only time you're going to see them, including Class B Power Chester. I believe they're 2-time defending champions in that class. Then 2 West River teams. Douglas, I don't know if we've ever played them before, it seems like. Then Spearfish. Then Lincoln we'll see later, too. And Lincoln, Lincoln has a lot back. It's going to be 4 solid tests.
It's going to be 4 really solid tests. And the reality is, here's what I told the girls. I said, this particular season is not for the faint of heart, right? We want to get tested. And we want to look forward to those challenges. And so when we talked, icing their soreness and getting their nutrition right and getting their hydration right and getting ready for the next couple days of practice and getting ready for that Huron invite, we're not going to shy away. We're not going to shy away at all from a test. And we know that certainly Lincoln is going to test us twice this year. Chester, they've been good for a long time. No doubt we're going to get a test from them. Spearfish, program on the rise, full of a whole bunch of athletes. We're going to get a test from them. So I feel really good about figuring out what we're made of on Saturday and seeing how high we can go with this group. And I think we got the right kids on the floor to do it.
Josh Lane, head coach here on Tiger Volleyball, a 3-set sweep to take T area in the first match of the season. We'll take a final timeout here of 2 minutes on the Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame, then wrap it up. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Norby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Norby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Norby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We change thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, play hours in peekaboo.